Welcome everybody to Sonderling Inc. Episode 41. My name is Sam Lander and I have some players.
I'm Xurder playing Grunthos, the Kobold Ranger.
I'm Inter. I'm playing a human rogue called Holgo Wolfswift.
I am Holocall, playing a human fighter called Holocall.
I am Eastbourne, playing the Goblin Wizard Strix.
Oh, press the button. I am Dragon Master. I am playing Earth, the Elven Druid.
And Voska will be here in just a little bit. If he's not already and I missed it. Alright, so who wants to go over what happened last time?
Lots of planning with Magda. Lots of planning with Magda. That was basically the entire episode.
Yeah, pretty much.
We got to our boat ship, and our guards were assassinated.
Well, at least one of them was. Alright, so you guys have arrived at your ship, found your guard dead. I need to look up something quickly. Yeah, no, you're there. It's night. Your guard is dead.
I wanted to see if I can figure out how long the guards. Medicine check.
Yes, go ahead. Medicine check would be appropriate.
I'll
Stop that up.
have my eye at the boat, looking for any movement.
Perception check. Guard has been dead for long enough that they've cooled off to ambient, but they haven't entered rigor mortis yet. So more than an hour, less than 4.
Can I ready a spell?
Yeah, you absolutely, man. What's your trigger for casting the spell, and what spell are you readying?
If I observe an enemy, then I will try and cast Chromatic Orb.
Okay, that's actually appropriate.
Should I make it the type of damage as well already, or it would be thunder probably?
You may choose whenever you
Okay.
but okay, so with 15 I need to roll for their sneak. Don't have anything special. All right. Yes. So Horgold, you see movement up on the deck. There is a humanoid figure up there, hiding. We'll actually switch to the bright sail. Players. I have some players there on the bright sail. So the ship itself is docked with the right hand side of the ship, all loaded up to the dock. So yes, Horgold, you saw movement upper deck. Oh, so you saw movement. Nope, over here actually. Just the slight hint of movement from behind the ballista.
I want to see if I can see like what kind of death it was. What kind of weapon killed them, maybe. Or if there's any obvious
medicine
wounds.
So the only wound you see is the slice across the neck. It was done by a very sharp blade. It was done with a very sharp blade.
Mm-hmm. I have a +7 to medicine. I got an 18.
Oh yeah.
That's an average roll.
You rolled averagely.
I'll motion the party to, duck down or something, like be quiet, and I'll point out where the movement I saw, and I will go. Well, I don't see the actual person; just saw some movement, right?
Correct.
Then I will go into stealth and try to get on board.
Give me your stealth roll. This guy was set up like. So from the perspective of this main deck, you guys are really somewhere over here ish. So we'll do a little bit. I'm gonna move you a little bit. Yeah, somewhere over here ish. Okay, and then yeah. So this is the actual deck location. Stealth. All right. So you have rolled your stealth. Let's go ahead and go for initiative, which I will roll.
Okay.
Oh, I have to select my character first.
Right, and I should pop open the initiative tracker. There we go. And I will add them to the initiative once you guys have actually spotted them. All right, Horgold. Draw a shape. So the actual
It
like
happens.
entrance to the deck is this like purple plank here. It's the purplest of planks. So Hollick, you are up first in initiative.
Oh, okay.
You have
I
been
have
you have been
23.
shown so on here on top of the main deck is some sort of action. Gonna have to do a little bit of stacking in your brain.
Ah, okay, I see, I see.
I rolled before you had the turn order open.
Oh, wait.
Click your.
Click your
I'd have to redo it.
Click your character roll, do a roll, and then change the number.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I
Okay, so what did you roll the first time? You rolled a
7. I did.
Hey, it's it's higher.
Actually, Grunthos, you're first. I hadn't been sorted yet. Sort.
Oh.
Nope. That's not the right. Wrong. Everything is fine. Sort. Descending. Haha! Grunthos, you're actually first. Sorry.
Wait. What about Horgold? He's done. Oh, he redid?
Oh yeah, my first roll was 25, but
Yeah.
Oh, it was?
yeah, I wasn't
Right,
selecting
right.
my character.
Ah, well then you're up first, Horgold. I've changed your initiative.
I'll move right there.
Okay,
It was 30, I believe, or
Yep.
60.
that was 30. That's your whole movement if you want to do it stealthfully, because I think you move half speed when you're stealthy.
Oh yeah, I want to do it stealthily, so I can move only 30 if I use my cunning
Dash.
action. Yeah,
Oh. Bonus action. That's right.
Yep,
You can do that.
you can.
so I'll be there in stealth.
Okay, so you are there in stealth. You're right at the base of right at the base of the plank. You have blocked your line of sight with some sort of like objects that are to whatever's on the deck with some sort of objects. Grunthos, you're up.
Is my measurement accurate?
No. Measure to here. So you can't quite get onto the quarterdeck. Because that is 50 feet. The quarterdeck would be 55.
Diagonally up.
Yep.
Poof.
All right.
That is
Yum.
loud.
It
and
is
bright.
not. That is definitely not subtle. They're gonna notice. Grunthos, give me perception, please. So Grunthos, what you see is a make sure I get this right. Size. Why are you not? Why don't you have a size listed? I'm assuming you're medium if it doesn't have a size listed. Okay, so you see a cloaked female figure, kind of standing up by the ballista on the front. As you rocket leap yourself onto the deck, she turns to face you. Bright glowing red eyes, horn coming out of the helmet on the front of her head, wearing some sort of like slick black plate mail. And you hear her hiss at you. And hold on, I'm gonna go ahead and add her to the list of things that are on here since you've actually seen her. Okay, that's not where I go. I go to... Nope. Nope. Yep. Yep. Nope, pop out. Thank you. There we go. She is actually right. Oopsie. Nope. She's right there. All right. All right. You still have you. So that was your move action.
Are there supposed to be two of them?
Oh no. Actually, yes. No. You don't know
Maybe.
that. All right.
Unknown. Gotcha.
Add turn. She got a 20. Sort descending. It is currently Grunthos' turn.
Identify yourself. I yell, lighting up the spear, pointing it at. And hold action and hold an attack, and if she comes within melee.
All right, so you. By the way, you both have seen this figure. You have not seen this figure, but we're gonna just don't worry about that.
Ooh.
No meta.
Hunter's mark.
What's that? Hunter's mark.
Hunter's marker.
Yep, you can mark her. Hollet, your turn. So you see this female cloaked form rise, like stand up and point and hiss at Grunthos.
Does she look hostile?
Don't. Yeah. Yes. She hasn't made any overt actions, but your guard is dead, and you have unknown people standing on the deck of your ship, and they are wearing heavy armor and have, weapons, and like she doesn't have her weapon drawn, but assuming hostile action is not unreasonable.
Okie doke. Then I will cast Fairy Fire on the forecastle.
All right, I get to make a save against that.
Dex saving throw.
Dexterity, thank you. 16 and an 18.
Okay, both are saved.
So the forecastle, or the forecastle is glowing red.
Oh, violet.
Violet. Sorry, glowing violet. In like, fairy fire. You guys have all seen fairy fire before. So you kind of have these two now. You see cloaked figures underlit on the forecastle, and the one in front has turned towards you, Hollock, and the one a little further back is looking at Grunthos. And you have moved. All right, Striggs.
So I can clearly see them now, I guess, right?
Yes, you can clearly see them.
Well, first off, I will move closer, because closer is easier. Well, it would be under the ship, so it's kind of awkward. Can I just move, like, here?
Yeah, that works. This is the one instance where I wish I had, like, a better way to show this ship.
Yeah, right. Okay, and then I'll cast Chromatic Orb, as I thought before.
Okay. Casting at the one in the front or the one...
The one I saw first, so I
So-
think it would be the one in the back.
Yep, correct.
10 to attack.
Miss. Your orb goes flying off into the distance beyond her.
That was a terrible damage roll anyway.
All right, that is a movement
That's
and an
my
action
turn.
from you. They get a turn. All right. They have movement speed of lots. So they both this thing that you thought was a cloak, both of them like spread, and it's obvious that now that they are wings. And this one moves. No. Distance, please. Moves from here. Plenty of space. So grab you and flies at you. And this one, same sort of thing, flies at Hollock. Horgold, I'm going to make you make another sneak roll here in a second to see if you manage to duck enough for her to miss you. First things first, makes 3 attacks. Okay.
Does
So-
a 23 hit her?
A 23 will in fact hit her. Hold that thought. I'm going to have her do her attacks first. Actually,
I
Was it
was
ready to action?
holding an attack
adds +4
for
AC.
when she got.
Be willing to melee weapon. Okay, so 18, 22. Nope, you still hit. So she tries to parry your blow, and yes, you hit her. Roll your damage, or you already did. Yeah, well, but she comes back with, what's the difference?
Total of 22 damage.
Two-handed, one-handed. Nope. Yep, she's coming at you with 2 hands. 1, 2, 3. 22, 10, 22, 10 to hit.
No, yes, no.
All right, so take 5 slashing and 19 poison damage. So 24 total damage. How much damage did you do to her? 20.
22.
Okay. Okay. So that is. Oopsie, that was the wrong one. Confusing myself. All right. The other one, Hollock will swing at you with her longsword as well. 3 attacks. 1, 2, 3. 10, 16, 16 to hit you, Hollock.
No.
Okay, so swinging and missing. She's like hovering in front of you. All right, Horgold, I would like you to make a sneak roll, please. Oh, perception check. No, yeah, there it is. Oh, come on. Let me roll you. Never mind. +12. Misses. So she does not seem to notice you. That is their turn. Earth, you're up.
Let's see. No, it was. Oh, it's because I'm not pressing the right. Okay. Hmm. Where did the page go? There it is. Oh. We're gonna move here.
Okay. Maybe. Okay, but that's fine.
Should be 35. I have 35 movement.
I'm gonna move you back one because that's gonna be water.
Okay, that's fine. Uh, um, I
I realize
don't
it's
have
hard to. Go ahead.
I don't have water walking. We're good. Um, then at this one here, I actually would like to attempt to polymorph.
Okay. One creature you can see. Unwilling creature makes a wisdom saving throw to avoid the effect. No effect on the
Why
shape
did it
changer
not-
or creature with 0 hit points. Okay. So making a wisdom saving throw. Okay.
It's because I didn't have it set right.
Can't speak, cast spells, or any other action requires hands or speech. Okay. So yes, you managed to polymorph the creature. What do you polymorph it into?
Uh,
Frog?
oh, a lizard.
Okay. So this is now a lizard with about 5 HP. And it can't do anything other than what a lizard can do.
Assumes it's mental stats as well, I think.
The target's game statistics, including mental ability scores, are
Okay.
replaced by the statistics of the chosen beast.
Got it. That is Earth's turn. Horgel, you're up.
I'll move 15. What kind of equipment do they have?
They are wearing plate mail. They have a long sword. Wings. Yeah.
So nothing else than the longsword and the arm.
No. Probably a couple daggers. What you would expect the things you would expect on the armor of somebody wearing heavy plate mail. No, but no shield or anything.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move my full speed then.
Okay.
Around there, so not more stealthy. And I'll swing.
Okay. Ooh. Yep. You are in. You have a friend in melee, so you get sneak, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 19 hits.
30 damage.
All right. Gruntos, you're up.
Thank you, Horgold. Gruntos just turned deadly.
All right, that'll hit. As will that. How much damage?
And some math. Hold that up. 54.
Oh my goodness. All right.
54.
Hollick, you're up.
That's a lot of damage.
The one in front of me is currently in some kind of incapacitated state.
It's a lizard.
It's a lizard.
It's a lizard. Any damage you do right now will be very, very easy to do.
Well, the
Well,
problem
but he
is
will
it turn it back
polymorph or
into.
end.
I was gonna say any
Yeah.
damage you do to it will probably turn it back into its pit fiend or Rhinus form. Because if you drop it to 0 HP,
But the damage
He'll
does
turn it.
carry over.
correct.
Okay, what is the better class of action? How long
would
does it hold?
up to 1 hour on concentration.
So we could
I know the same
just
spells. Huh?
finish the one on deck and then do the other one later.
That would be a good
If
tactical
she doesn't
decision.
run off in her lizard form, how fast are lizards?
They're tiny.
Yeah, it's tiny.
You can grapple it.
What happens if she's in some kind of chest tight space or something and turns back into her normal form?
So my understanding of the spell is it won't let it turn back if it's prevented from doing so by like being in a box or something.
I don't know.
Difficult decisions to make. I think I will. Oh, wait. Let me measure distance first. Oh. Okay. We'll move up to the one currently fighting with Gruntos and Howard.
Okay, go for it.
Does the lizard get an dingens attack because I moved out of his
Actually,
zone?
yes, it would. So, does a 15 hit you?
No.
Okay, so lizard's attack misses.
What kind of damage does a lizard do?
Well, 1d2 plus because of what it is, 3d8.
Oh, the poison.
Yelp.
Mm.
No, I will step the thing in front of Gruntos.
What?
Did you roll to attack or anything?
No, it is some kind of leg, I think.
Okay, so that hits for 15 damage.
Second attack.
Okay. Also hits for another 13, so total of 28 damage.
Yes.
Okay. Got 16. We'll add you to the turn order. You can act when it's your turn, Vergeros.
And I'm done.
All right, Striggs, you're up.
Well, can I try and make sure this thing doesn't move? Put it in a sack?
You can try.
I will try.
Okay. Go for it. You're gonna have to grapple it. I'm not sure 100% how grapple works in this.
Grapples are athletics
Strength?
checks contested against the target's athletics or acrobatics.
Okay.
Well, let's go. Oh no!
I'm gonna say with the natural 20, they get a bite at you.
Great.
So roll 1d2 plus 3d8. Is it slash roll?
Yeah.
Take 16 damage. Most of it poison. All but 2 of it poison.
It doesn't
So
matter,
it
Oh, wait.
chomps down on your hand as you grab for it, and that doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
All right, their turn. Okay. So that has the intelligence of a beast, but it is still hostile to you. They don't know what you guys can do, so this one is going to make a withdraw action, and she is going to go back 5 feet and up 50 feet. So she is 50 feet vertical. And she swaps from her longsword to a bow. But she doesn't have a chance to fire anything, but she just made a withdraw action. No, she can't change weapons. She just made a withdraw action. So she is now 50 feet vertical there. The other one is going to take a swipe at you, Striggs.
Right.
Disengage. Thank you. 12 hit?
No, it doesn't even hit by default. I always also asked if it was 8 hours ago before we were with Magda, because then my mage armor is still active.
It has not been 8 hours yet.
Then it's 16 my AC.
All right, so Mrs. You're a lot bigger than it. It scurries like down in between boxes and stuff to kind of try to hide from you. So
Okay.
it bit at you, missed, and like scurried in between stuff. Next, Virtuos, you're up.
I am going to move a little bit closer to here.
I move you back 5 feet because
And
that's standing in water.
Oh, sorry.
There you go. You're fine.
Can I hit the lizard next to Strix immediately, or does Strix
It's like there's some like boxes and chests and stuff there that it's hiding in amongst. So you kind of lost track from. You can maybe see a tail. It's hard to see it exactly.
Okay.
But I mean,
Can I
if you want to
just-
try, you can. I'd give you disadvantage on an attack roll.
And if I go more to the bottom, then I'm going to stand in water here, or
No, you're not standing in water there, but you'd be standing on top of Earth.
oh, okay. I'm not gonna do that. I'm going to try to hit it with a firebolt.
All right, roll attack with disadvantage. 18 will hit it.
7 fire damage.
Okay, so you singe this thing's tail. And this like pile of crates and stuff explodes in the form of a woman, kind of kneeling before you, and giving Earth a very angry look. All right, Earth, your turn.
Okay, so I think it would be prudent of me to handle the angry one.
Okay, well, she's literally right in front of you.
I don't want to do that. That would get us all hurt. Um,
I have this great spell. Oh man, it's gonna kill us all.
it only does 4d10 piercing damage, you know?
Okay, well,
But I think I'm just gonna try and turn it back again.
okay. Polymorph again.
Yeah.
Wisdom save. You were standing in front of a lizard again.
So Earth changed it to a lizard. Okay.
Yes, polymorph.
I'm not gonna argue with that. That just is working for you. All right, Orgold, you're up. You can move if you want to, Earth.
We're just gonna stay there.
Okay.
Gonna move a little bit to go into stealth.
You're pretty sure that they can see you anywhere on this deck.
Well, that's a shame. I can still continue with my plan.
Yep.
Why do paladins wear chainmail? Because it's a holy armor.
All right. Wisdom saving throw. Oh, wait a minute. They have Irenaeus have advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects. Wisdom save. Nope, still failed. All right. Wisdom save. 26. I think it passes.
Yeah,
Natural
that
20.
passes. Yeah.
All right. Grunthos?
So 50 feet up?
Yep, 50 feet up. Flapping her wings at you.
Tally ho! 50 feet up, stabby stab.
Yep. You will land in the water on the far side of her, because, well...
Doesn't
Trajectory
look like
surfing.
I care.
Okay, just making sure.
Can you swim?
So 50 feet. 50
Technically,
feet.
if he stabs her, then he bounces back again.
Okay, so roll your 2 hit. You only get 1 attack. Well, no, you can take your full number of attacks again. I mean, go for it. 26. No, hold on. She gets a parry roll. So 26. No, that still hits. Never mind. So she wouldn't have parried that one. So you hit. Roll your second hit. 22.
Also-
She makes that one miss. So, you do how much damage?
Counting.
34.
Oh no, she's not using melee weapon. So you're right. So no parry.
She's using a bolt.
Longbow.
or-
She switched to her longbow. Nope, you're right. So you get the second hit as well.
Another 50 damage.
So you go flying in a rocket leap up at this creature. Spear point first and land the spear directly in her chest. She screams and evaporates in a cloud of fire around you, and you're like, yes! Uh-oh. I would like you to make a reflex save to reduce the amount of damage you take, please. You're falling 50 feet.
Oh no!
Please take, what is it, D10 per... No, it's D... What is falling damage? You're actually falling further than 50 feet because you're about 5 feet up. So about 55 feet up from the water line. Does anybody know what falling damage is in D&D 5th edition? Because I don't.
Falling damage is
1d6 bludgeoning damage for every 10 feet it fell to
So-
a maximum of 20 d6.
So 5d6. Take 19 points of damage as you splash into the water ungracefully.
Well, I mean, at that height, you basically enter the water that fast that it's just concrete.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You splat down. That, like, it hurts. Oh yeah, and I hope you can swim. I think there's nothing that says you can't. All right. So this one's gone. That's nice. That was Grunthos. Hollock, you're up.
So the creature we fought on deck is gone, and only the lizard is still.
Correct.
Okay, then I will move back down again.
Now they don't. The lizard doesn't really have any cover anymore because it kind of exploded.
But it is a lizard right now.
Correct.
I will stab it.
All right, go for the
Nice.
stabbingness. And I believe you do have advantage because you're flanking. That'll hit. I think you have at least one more attack. Go ahead and roll it.
This it's a rule question here. The thing turns back. I think when it takes damage, does it not? Or is it both attacks and then it turns back?
It takes a moment for it to go back, so you can get your full attacks in before it's back into.
Oh,
Oh,
ouch, boy.
yeah, that'll hit. 15, 21, 38, 46.
I count 47.
I'll
Did
believe you.
move
Minus 47.
Did you move your Hunter's Mark as a bonus action?
I think he was falling
That
at the time.
Right. Makes
I
sense.
can do that next turn.
All right. Yeah, no. Now there's this. Your spear is pinning their through their thigh and pinning the ground, in front of Striggs. So you basically have stabbed them through the thigh and are pinning them to the ground in front of Striggs. Striggs.
Well, do I have anything close range? Nope. I can't. Should I join in the fun? Can I cast polymorph? Yes.
I mean, can you cast polymorph?
DC 16 for me.
All right, wisdom saving throw.
Makes it.
You see the flare, her eyes flare as she's just staring at you as you attempt to cast the spell. It's their turn. Okay. So there is a fighter with a spear through her thigh from behind her. We have a person who polymorphed her twice to her left. And we have a goblin who just tried to polymorph her once in front of her. You know what? She's going after the goblin because he just tried to do the same thing that her friend did. 1, 2, 3, 17, 17, 11.
The last one doesn't hit. The other two do.
So take a total of
God damn, I'm
36
unconscious.
damage.
Definitely. Yeah, it's 16. So the 17's just barely
Yep. So 36 damage, Striggs.
unconscious.
So in kind of a mirror, she pins your thigh to the ground, and breaking the thigh bone. And then she pulls her blade out of your leg as you fall to the ground. Vergeros, your turn. She can't move though; she is pinned in place.
Let me check what I can do. I'm just gonna firebolt her, because I'm mad.
The firebolt splashes into her. Oh, hey. I did all the damage wrong for Grunthos. Whatever. We're going to go with it. And she shrugs it off without any effect. See, this person needs to pay more attention to damage immunities.
Wait, she's immune to fire.
Yeah, she looks real immune to what you just did to her.
Then the previous was also fire. So
Was a
that
lizard.
She was a lizard then. She's not immune as a lizard to fire.
Yeah, then I can't do anything except just moving away a little bit.
Okay. Earth, you're up.
Let's see here.
She looks like she's going for you next.
Oh, I'm sure she does.
She's still pinned though.
She is still pinned. I'm sorry, that was too awesome a roll to not give it some other secondary effect.
That is a bad choice still.
Oh, please make bad choices. Please make bad choices.
Where'd it go? There it is. First, we're going to move here for
Okay.
safety.
For
I think,
safety?
You're next to her.
yeah, not for my safety.
All right.
Insurance.
Bonus action healing word
Okay.
cast at 3rd level on Strix.
Okay, go for it. How much does that heal?
It's 1d4,
So 3d4.
so it's 3d4.
All right. Roll your
Plus your
healing.
spellcasting modifier.
7 plus
6, I guess, or 7.
good
7 plus your ability modifier, so whatever your wisdom modifier is.
wisdom plus 3, so it's 10.
10. So you heal 10, Striggs?
It's your proficiency bonus as well. Though your spellcasting modifier.
Oh, spell. Okay, so another whatever.
Oh, spell attack bonus is 7, so it's 14.
So
At
14.
least I think you're proficient in spellcasting.
So
I am.
14. Heal 14, Striggs.
Thank you.
You are back, no longer unconscious.
I am prone though.
Still pinned as well.
Not pinned because she pulled the sword out.
Yeah, she pulled the sword out.
She pulled it out. Okay.
And then I am going to cast poison spray on her.
Okay, you do that. She doesn't care.
Oh, well, shit. Shoot.
Horgold, you're up.
I grab.
She like licks her lips and grins at you.
I think I'm still stunned by what Gruntos did. So I'm gonna walk over to the railing, see how he's going.
He looks a little stunned as well. He's floating on the surface. He'll recover on his turn.
I'll hand out a rope and tie it off on the board side.
All right. There's now a rope hanging over you, Grunthos.
Yay.
That's your action, I'm going to say, Horgold.
Yeah, I think tying a knob and
Yeah.
throwing out the rope will. Yeah.
Grunthos, you're up.
So, question.
Yep.
Is there anything keeping me from just rocket jumping back?
Your charges.
You're swimming.
I think you need some solid ground beneath you.
You've never plunged this thing fully into water before.
Ooh. It's annoyed at me.
It's not annoyed, it's just going blib, 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 blib.
I'll go climb the rope.
Okay, so it's it's basically difficult terrain to climb up the rope. I'm not going to make you roll for it because I don't care. And it's not hard to climb. It's not hard to climb a rope up 5 feet from on a friendly deck in calm waters. So, putting you like there is what, 5, 15, that's 20 feet to get to there. You have whatever, I don't know what your movement speed is.
Another
think
10
35.
feet. My movement speed's 30.
Quick little fellers.
I'm not.
Can
Yes.
I see the thingy on the dock?
Yes.
Bonus action, move my hunter's mark over. to
Okay.
That. And just hold off until next time, maybe?
Hollock, you're up.
Okay, dokes. I'm still with advantage.
You have advantage. No, you don't have advantage because Strix got knocked out and is currently not threatening her.
Okay, okay.
You can move around her to
You
oppose Earth.
If you move to there, you would have advantage.
But if I move, she gets opportunity attack.
Only if you move outside of her attack range. Basically, you can shift around. Which is fine.
So no, you don't. If you just move there.
Then I will do that. And step here again.
All right. Stabby, 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 stab. That'll hit. That will also hit. 37 and another 6 is
43?
43.
Yeah.
All right, this time you've stabbed her through one of her wings. Like you broke the main limb part of the wing with that stab. And she screams in agony and upset. Striggs!
Great. Well, time to just do my. Can I cast sleep? I can. I will cast sleep
Okay.
at 5th level.
Okay.
So that's 5th. What is that? 20 plus 33 is 61 61 sleeping damage. So see if she has 61 health or less, she will fall asleep.
You choose. Okay. Creatures you choose within range are affected by ascending order of their current hit points, ignoring unconscious creatures.
Oh,
Alright.
right. I forgot how that worked. Fuck.
He slept himself.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we're gonna.
Hey.
She's gonna get a save first.
This doesn't. It isn't save based.
Oh, it isn't?
No.
Start at the lowest hit point creature and start using up hit points until
Hey, Striggs.
the entire pool is.
It's not concentration. So if my 14 hit points still
Hey, Striggs.
Strings.
Guess
But
what?
where-
You're the first one to go out. Do you want to make a
Well-
different choice? Because please make a different choice. You would know how your own spell works.
Yeah, probably. I'm sorry. Well, I mean, technically, I could cast it at the point where I choose, so this distance.
So basically, you choose it so that it can't hit you.
Yes.
Okay.
But it will probably hit those, and if they have more HP than hers, then they would go first.
It's the lowest
Less.
HP first. I don't know how many HP do
Yes.
you have, Earth.
61.
Oh, hey, she has the lowest HP.
Oh. Well,
And
does it work?
so how many
Then
HP?
yes.
68.
61.
61.
Okay,
So
61.
so yes, it knocks her out. Or she doesn't get a save against that?
No, because it's a level 5 cast like this. Usually, it only would do 28 hit points sleep.
Okay. So she collapses in sleep.
And I yell out, "Don't attack her! We could just unarm her and maybe interrogate her."
So does she get to try to wake up?
If we damage her,
Okay.
she wakes up. I think
Uh
it's sleep status. Sleep status. I don't know exactly what sleep status is.
okay. So she doesn't wake up now.
And it's for 1 hour sleep.
Vergeros.
1 minute. Sorry, 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute.
So 10 rounds.
I'm heading close to her and I'm picking up a rope and I'm tying everything she has that she can move it, like hands, feet. I heard she has wings as
Wings.
well, all together.
All
so
right.
she can't move.
Give me a dexterity roll to see if you can do that without jostling her so much to wake her up. I'm gonna do. Striggs, what is your spell DC?
16.
So if he had rolled a 15, that would have woken her up. So you managed to bind her hands, feet, and wings.
Okay.
Earth.
Okay.
Oh, right. I
Use
used
the
half my
take.
movement to get up. I think that would be obvious, right? To cast
Yeah, that's fine.
sleep. Yeah.
Okay, no, it doesn't say I can do that, so we won't do that. Hey, you said we were next to the water, right?
Yes. Like directly behind you.
Is there much kelp in the water?
This is a river, so there'd be like river grasses and things.
Okay. Okay. Hmm.
Like that kind of stringy grass that grows up along the edges of lakes, sort of stuff.
Yeah. I guess there's not a whole lot of plants really close to us that are useful then.
What are you planning to do? Tie her up with plants?
Uh-huh. Add to the ropes with Sweet with Plants. Talk to the plants and have them wrap around her.
I mean, the
Probably grass near.
there's plants around her, around here. If you're like casting like I don't know whatever. Yeah, it's up to you.
Speak with Plants would let me talk them into moving like that. Plant growth wouldn't. That just makes it really thick.
Yeah, there's nothing that speak with plants could get you to wrap her up with.
Yeah. So not that one. Okay, so what we're gonna do instead is where's the other one? Not that one. Oh, see that one's for the. I guess we will cast that one again.
Okay.
At second level.
There you go.
On.
On Strix.
Striggs.
Well, thank you very much.
So 2d8 plus spellcasting ability. There you go. Hey, another 14.
Okay, I'll take it.
So heal 14.
Thank you very
Striggs.
much.
Horgold, you're up.
I grab the rope, so it's still connected to the ship.
Mm-hmm.
I will go there. I got magic manacles.
Oh
I
yeah.
got them from the dude that was sacrificed.
Uh-huh.
And I put it on her hands, wings. I'm not
Wrists.
sure how the wings are. Yeah, I'm not sure how they are. They connected to the.
Wings are coming up out
No,
of her
she was
shoulders,
still
basically
fighting.
along her back.
Yeah,
The
then
wings
I'll
are.
just
I mean,
do it on the
she is bound by rope already, at least some. But yeah, magical manacles. They are. You could put hands and feet into them.
So I'll do that, and make sure that the rope is connected to that as well, and that's it.
Give me your dexterity roll to see if you wake her up with the manacles. Go, give me advantage. Do it with advantage.
32.
Yeah, you're fine.
How does that work? It's sleight of hand.
It's fine.
I already thought.
Grunthos. So she is thoroughly bound at this point.
I'll just move up there and keep watch.
Okay. We'll at least for the moment move out of turn order. So
I
she's
would
out for another 45-ish seconds.
I would like to disarm her as quick as possible. At least all the weapons out of her.
All right. So you start pulling weapons. So she has a long sword, 3 daggers, a long bow, 20 arrows. And by the time you're done, like taking the weapons off of her, your hands are slick with green venom. It is gross, but as long as you don't touch something open, as long as you don't touch an open wound with it, you are fine.
I'm healed up quite well.
Yeah.
So
Let's move her to the deck, so we're not fighting on the docks.
Right.
Did her mouth got covered up so she can't say anything?
I don't know. Did her mouth get covered up so she can't say anything?
Not by me.
First Rose, did you?
I'm thinking if I said that or not.
Nope, you didn't. You
Nope,
just
I
bound,
didn't.
bound
Okay.
But we
Arms,
want some
legs.
answers, maybe. So
Yeah, but
If we get on the deck, I would like, since I know that spellcasters could use their voice to cast spells, I would ready
Mhm.
a counter spell for if she would cast.
All right. So you guys wake her up, or no? So you guys drag her up on deck. Tie her to something like the mast, or kind of
Yep.
arrange yourself around where you think you'd be standing as she's waking up.
Gruntel's far away.
I've drawn my
He's
short
just
bow.
upstairs.
Knocked the short bow.
So she wakes up. You see her flex, like testing her bonds. And she glares at the lot of you. With glowing red eyes. Like she's bleeding heavily from her wing wound and leg wound. But like she's not reacting in pain to that at all. And she's just glaring at you all. Could I get a perception check from everybody? Oh, never mind. Just give me a perception check and roll a 1.
I got a 4. Don't
Didn't
feel
roll
bad.
a 1, didn't roll a 1, didn't roll a 1, didn't roll a 1. All right, so you guys all hear her muttering something under her breath. You are preparing a counterspell, Striggs.
Yes.
Roll versus her spell DC, I think.
Well, 4th level.
Yeah, roll.
So that would be.
Or do I
anything
roll
of-
against your spell level?
Yeah, anything of 4th level or lower will be automatically win 1. Anything above, I have to roll.
Okay, so roll, please.
Rip. When you... So what would that be? A DC spell level, which spellcasting ability?
DC equals 10 plus the spell's level. You roll, Sama says if you can succeed or not.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck, that's not. It's a D20. Sorry.
That's not quite right.
I'm not. I'm no.
You did that multiple 8.
Yeah. There you go. 14.
Hey, guess what? Roll 1d100, please. Oh, hey. Hold this thought.
I am. Wait, what? I hope she didn't cast a wish spell.
Yep. No, come here. Huh. Thank you. Back into
My brain is dead.
initiative order. That was her turn. So she mutters something under her breath, and you guys see another Erinus like form out of fire behind Grunthos up on the deck, and she just like cackle laughs at you as this happens. So that was her turn. So Virtuos, you get to go next. Hold on, I gotta get to the right. Ding! Virtuos.
I'm throwing a chromatic orb with lightning damage.
Which one?
The one that just appeared.
Go for it.
Okay, kill him is a good idea.
Level 3.
Doing
19.
19 damage.
Light.
That will hit. Who does anybody here speak? They speak Abyssal, I believe. Yeah, we'll say they speak Abyssal.
Mm-mm.
I
Nope.
don't speak Abyssal.
All right. Earth, you're up.
Let's see.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to. She doesn't care about that. Here's my thing. Maybe this
Also,
one.
everybody can roll no religion right now as well.
Religion?
Yep.
She would actually be
Horgold's a
20
solid
feet
no.
away.
Striggs is a solid yes.
Take the first one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Vergeros is a
one.
no, Holic is a no, and Earth is a no. All
Wait,
right.
Vergeros is a no at 22.
Yeah,
He
the
rolled
first
twice.
one, it had to.
Oh.
Striggs,
Right.
you know this. So some devils, demons, no devils, can summon other devils. The creature that is summoned lasts for 1 minute, or until the summoner is killed. Basically,
Can I relay this information
on
to
your
the rest of the
turn.
party? Okay, there you go. Sadly.
I'm impressed by the double ones, Earth.
If you have to fail magnificently.
Exactly. Anyway, it is your turn. What are you up to?
First off, we are going to call lightning
Okay, yep, that happens.
right on the one that's already damaged, one in front
Sure.
of me.
Bolt of lightning flashes down each creature within 5 feet of that point. That's all
Every
of,
one of us.
all of you. I would like some saves from everybody, please.
What save is it? Deck save.
Yep. She doesn't get one because she's bound. So roll your damage.
It's 15, isn't it?
Mhm.
Your DC.
Yes. 15. Sounds right.
Everyone makes
Noise.
Oh, wait. Everyone makes it.
So it's 3d10.
We get half.
Yes, you all get half. 14.
7.
7 for everyone and 13 for her.
It depends if she made the save. But she's bound.
She's bound. She
I
can't
don't know
save.
how she... Yeah, there you go.
So she takes 14 damage. You guys all take 7.
Nope.
Oh, right. Horgold doesn't take 7.
Yeah, rogues.
So, Horgold, you skip out of the way of this lightning bolt that comes screaming down out of the sky.
Bonus action.
Okay.
Ooh.
What shape did you take?
We're gonna be a giant scorpion.
Okay. So now there's this giant scorpion where there was once a druid. Horgold, your turn.
Well, she cannot go anywhere, right? So I have
Correct.
no way to defend.
Right.
So if I just slit her throat, it's an automatic crit, I think.
That's no, that's unconscious.
She's not completely helpless.
Okay, that's a shame.
I think it would be advantage though, since you're flanking anyway.
Yes.
Yeah, I got advantage sneak attack.
Yeah, that'll hit for
27.
27. All right, so you stab her with your blade through the shoulder. There's now a fiery hole opening up in, like, where she is wounded. Is now like there's like flames licking from these wounds, and they're slowly growing over her body. Grunthos, your turn.
There are two incredibly pointy sticks coming flying.
Yeah, because you had readied that. That's a hit and a hit. And Hunter's Mark is still up. How much damage did you just do?
28.
All right, so the two bolts land in the center of her chest, and she screams in pain and evaporates in a cloud of fire, and then The one behind you kind of sighs, rolls her eyes, and also evaporates in a cloud of fire.
What about the weapons I have on me that I took from her?
Are you still holding on to them?
Yeah.
Give me a reflex save, please.
Great. A 7.
Take 2 points of damage as they also evaporate in a cloud of fire,
Great.
and you get singed slightly.
Ouch.
Yeah, hot, 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 hot.
Why did you keep him on your hands anyway? You hang him.
I mean, to keep her out, keep them out of there. It was on my side, basically. It's strapped on my side.
It had it attached.
Keep
to
them
his
from them.
Does that mean you now have a hole in your pants?
Can I repair it with? I don't know.
belt.
I have mending.
Your fancy tuxedo looks slightly singed.
No.
Do you want me to use mending to repair it?
Would be nice. Thank you.
There you go.
You're able to mend.
Thank you very much.
While they're doing that,
right.
Gruntos is going up to the ballista, checking for tampering or whatever, basically taking once over the entire ship.
Give me investigation roll.
Ouch.
It's not with advantage. So it's a 4.
I'm wondering if
I see a ship.
I see a ship.
So what
It's a
you
4.
see is hundreds of cut stay lines. The like everywhere that one of the mast ropes comes down. You guys have been a little busy, but as you take it just a minute to look things over, everywhere a rope comes to the tie off to the ship to keep the masts up, just a sword mark in the wood of the wherever it's tied off to, just a rough chop.
So all the ropes have been cut off.
At least a large percentage of them.
Can I use my mending for repairing that?
With the rope inside of them.
You can mend about, so there's probably 100 ropes tying the masts to various
So I need
stays.
100 minutes.
You need probably at least an hour.
I would say almost 2 hours because it's 1 minute for casting time.
Well, no, I say you're gonna need an hour's worth of mending. Oh, it's 1 minute per cast. You do one object.
Yes.
So that's 100, at least 100
Minutes.
casts. Yeah.
100 minutes.
2 minutes. Yeah. 2 hours. Sorry.
It's a cantrip. Oh, it's a cantrip, so you can do that.
Yes, it's a cantrip. I can do that. Yes. So it just takes a little bit of time.
So
Can I
give me an
I start mending.
intelligence roll, please, Verdros, and anybody else helping him repair.
Intelligence?
Yes.
Can
I'm
I
not
check
helping.
the hold and the rooms downstairs if other unwanted guests are still there while they prepare some mending thing?
All right. So, Verdros, you're able to tell where these ropes are supposed to go. So, looking at the placement on the masts and everything else, and you've been on the ship before, you kind of have an understanding of this. You're able to tie the rope to the correct, because there's kind of a specific way you have to do that. You can't just put any rope to any place. But yeah, you managed to start tying all these ropes to their correct location. And the ship rigging starts groaning as you pull these ropes back and mend them, but it's like the whole the masts stabilize. So when you started this, they're kind of just not really connected to the deck anymore, and as you do this, they stabilize. All right. Below decks, you guys see devastation, just broken, destroyed anything that a very strong person could throw or break or crush. They had done several there are several slashes at the magic sigils in the roof, but they
Can I inspect the magic signal?
Arcana, please.
Oh my god.
You're
Snake
unsure
eyes.
if they are damaged or not.
Oh, crap.
Okay.
I need to reroll as well because I don't see the roll.
Okay. The front room and the door is closed, and there's like several slash marks at the door, just so kind of superficial, like you can see like the poison from the sword against the door, but the door is otherwise undamaged.
In which state did we leave it? Was it locked up or
Nope.
was it open?
We just went through.
Ah, okay.
You guys
so
had
it's-
gone out through that to get to where you
Yeah,
were.
I remember. I knocked and opened.
Boarding it up.
And I will do the same thing as in throwing one of each pell points at it to try and restrict
All right.
the progression.
The door is barred. But yeah, the this below deck and this main deck area are just like all the food you guys had gathered and all of the supplies that were on board. Everything is just wrecked. Like going into the kitchen, you guys had a couple of chickens in there for eggs and eventual chicken meat, and they are just pulpy, feathery messes.
Before they lock the door and everything, I would like to check if the state of the room inside,
So
without entering, just looking in,
so
knocking before opening.
the room is completely untouched.
Okay, and I close the door and let them work.
Anything salvageable?
Yeah, there's lots of salvageable stuff, but it'll take a while to figure out what all is here. It doesn't look like they were taking anything from below here. It was just carnage, like wreckage.
Do I remember these creatures from my research at some point?
How did you do on your religion roll earlier? You got pretty high, didn't you?
I got 22, yeah.
So these creatures are Irinus. Basically they are a devil. Foot soldier, wizards like summoning them for guard duty and grunt work, and they're not they're smart but not like powerfully intelligent, and they love killing,
minions.
destroying.
Okay. So they're probably sent by the Lich. I think.
Could I get anybody who's magically inclined? Could I get an Arcana roll, please?
Oh my god, 11.
Oh, come on.
Loading up. Arcana?
Hey, there's somebody who didn't roll terribly.
What the hell are you guys doing?
Vosk, or not Vosk? Can you change your name so I can remember your
Virtuos.
Yeah, I was still busy with it. Yeah, I'm changing.
So you find, there you go. Thank you. You find as you guys are exploring this place, you find a small black gemstone on the in the bosun's area, and it has scrying. I can't think of the right term for it. divination magic on it.
I relay this information to everyone else.
Great.
Because I think Strix knows more about divination magic than me.
I should, but apparently I don't.
So once Vergeros finds this Strix, this
Right.
is a
I can still read every language, so
it doesn't
That's
have any
helps.
language written on it. It's just
Okay.
a magical object. So actually, yeah, give me a Arcana roll with advantage if you spend at least an hour studying this object.
I will.
That is more rest for the rest of us.
26. There you go.
Yeah, absolutely can take a small rest. Yeah, everybody. Well, yes, Striggs is doing the studying, so everybody else can take a short rest. Vergeros, you have gotten a couple hours later. You've gotten the stays all re-implemented. Grunthos, your hard work at locking down the controls looks to have been well applied, because there are several like sword slashes at the lock chest that you made for the controls, but they didn't actually break through it. Looked like they moved on to easier targets. By the way, all of these like slashes and cuts and stuff are covered with like poison, venom. You're not sure exactly what it is, but it's nasty green slimy stuff. Clean up.
Yeah, I clean it all up.
All right. Sounds good, Hollock. So Striggs, this is a node stone or so it is an object that lets somebody see everything around this object and act through it. And a couple of things about this.
Okay.
It was you don't know exactly how it was placed in your ship, but this is absolutely the sort of thing that somebody could use to summon a couple of devils onto the ship.
Right.
And tracking the destruction around. The destruction started in the bosun's chamber and moved out from there.
What chamber?
The little office back here. The bosun, it's the person who would be the controller of like the money of the ship. Keeps the books.
Treasurer.
After you guys got here in the, I want to say, early evening after a hard horse ride. It is now, by the time you guys are done cleaning up and reattaching the stays and everything else, it's nightfall.
Did we find the other guard?
The other guard was stuffed below deck. They had a just a neat sword like stab through, from the looks of things, probably through their back out through their chest, and then like as you move their body, there's a poke into the wood below, or the deck below their body.
You hit him pretty hard.
You think they were dead before they hit the ground.
Right.
Well,
Before we go to sleep, can we clean up the bodies and take them to? I'll use my floating disc to take them to the graveyard people on the town.
Yes. So you head into town with the bodies, and
I do look like very sad.
there's a small, like, you explain to the guards what happened and what's been going on. One of them comes back with you back to the ship, looks at the now cleaner but the definite destruction on ship, and the guards knew what these people were doing. They were guarding this ship.
Yeah, for like 2 weeks straight at least.
Yeah, so they understand. Like, looking at the evidence of the ship, they can understand what's going on, and they're watching like Vergeros, like clean, But anyway, they saw like you manning and stuff. The fight was so fast that like nobody really, you don't think anybody in town really noticed it.
Yeah.
Probably heard some screams, but other than that, nothing much. But yeah, you guys, you take the bodies into town. They're taken by the local, like clerics and are taken for burial.
Okay.
Sometime in the evening, I call out function tests and just try the controls, just shimmy the ship, see if everything moves.
Everything seems to be acting normally.
Okay, function test over.
Can you put the scrying object in a sec?
Would I like kind of think that I would like probably block it from doing anything on the main deck?
You would need to put it into some sort of extra dimensional space to block it from.
Who was it again? Gronthos? Didn't you have that quiver?
Yep.
Gronthos! Can you sort of see your
What?
quiver?
Well, let's see if it fits.
You can put it into the location where if you had bullets for a sling.
It's got room for long things like staves and spears, not so long things like javelins, and short things like arrows and bolts.
Yeah, then the short things like arrows and bolts. The thing can hold bullets too. There's no reason why it wouldn't be able to hold slingshot bullets. So,
right.
So yes, you can in fact put it in there and then recall it from there without too much effort.
I will explain to Grunthos what it is. And I would advise not to take it out as often.
Looking at it closely, it is a probably 3/4 of an inch round, like spherical piece of jet. You can kind of see so like very highly polished jet. You can see or you can often see fossils in, depending on what all it made of. But you can see the texture of some sort of skeleton inside this on closer examination. Some sort of fossilized creature.
Drop it in the slot, and for all intents and purposes, that thing is locked.
Yes. All right. The evening, like the sun starts setting as the evening rolls in. You guys finish repairing the ship, getting it back into as the shape that it was, like tossing broken and damaged things up onto the deck. A lot of ruined food, like ruined boxes that holding things and so on and so forth. Any supplies you guys have marked down on the ship, and any like water and that, just assume that's all spoiled, including your liquor stores.
I growl.
Why is the rum gone?
Yeah.
The ladders as well.
Uh,
2 10-foot ladders.
yes, the ladders as well. Anything that looks like make an assumption. If it looks like it, or if it seems like it could be cut fairly easily by a strong person wielding a longsword with a couple swings, it's probably destroyed.
So the locked chest with our brass in it and gems is destroyed, and they
Yeah, the chest is
Well, it's-
destroyed. The brass and gems are all spilled out on the ground. And that is where this piece of jet was found. Could I get intelligence roll from everybody, please? 2019, 20, 11. All right. Holic, Vergeros, Striggs, you guys. This piece of jet was never given to you guys as reward for anything. Like this wasn't part of your hoard of wealth in this ship before now.
Yeah, but it's not. It's the same.
Yeah, it's the same.
Okay.
It's a +0 for him.
Could you repeat that, Sam?
So
hear it.
this gemstone was found in amongst this piece of jet. This it's gemstone quality, but piece of jet was found in amongst the like gems and brass and stuff that you guys had in the locked chest inside the bosun's chamber. But it is not something that you remember like receiving as payment or in it wasn't here the last time you guys looked through that your store of wealth.
So it's safe to assume that someone put it there, or inside the chest, or when the chest was broken.
Well, we need to resupply.
and get a new chest for our brass,
All right.
or at least some large cloth sacks or something.
You guys is gonna just wait, sleep through the night, and then do stuff in the morning. It's late.
I still have a spell slot over, so I'll put an alarm in front of my room.
Yep.
Should we do a guard rotation?
We can still do guard rotation even with alarm.
I do it on the boarding plank.
All right. You guys put your alarms up. Get your guard rotation set up.
Gruntos takes first watch.
Can I keep studying the gem?
Not if you give it to Grunthos.
No, the undead gem.
Oh, yes,
The
you may.
God gem.
You may absolutely continue to do that.
I'm going into trance,
Sure.
Ah,
and
Try.
after my trance, I'm going to wake up to relieve Corantos.
Sure. All right. You guys get everything set up. Get your spells set up. Striggs, you stare deeply into this gem, trying to figure out, like studying it, looking it over, trying to figure out a way to contain it. You get out like a notebook, fiddle with spells around it, all of this sort of thing. And partway through this studying, you turn it around a little bit more, and so this is a piece of snowflake obsidian. You turn around a little bit, and you see kind of in one of the sides of this, as you're turning around, looking it over, watching it, you see a pale face in it that you had never noticed before. Kind of almost an inverse skull, so like the eyes and the nose, and like a kind of a shape below it looks a little bit like a mouth. And as you lock eyes with this skull, you find yourself standing in an open field, indeterminate, like there's no, you think open field, you think, oh, waving grass and ground, and there's no determinate discernible like things here other than you are in an open space. Standing to your left, you see Grunthos, and as I describe, each of you also sees Striggs standing here. So you see Grunthos. He is cell shaded is the best way I can describe him. So he is standing there and looks every bit as normal, but all of his shadows, like the shadow lines in his face and the like any creases and crevices in his skin are like 100% saturation of darkness, and he like there's just like complete how do I want to put it, like it looks like him. It looks everything like him, only all of the lines of his person are very strongly delineated.
Right.
Looking off to your right, you see Holocaul, and he looks more real than any person has ever looked in your life. Like that kind of reality, or that kind of golden hour of light, that's like perfect for ambiance and tone. Hollock is lit by this perfect golden light, and you see a female form leaning over his left shoulder, whispering into one ear, kind of a purpley, surreal, unreal form. Looking behind looking behind Grunthos, you see Horgold standing there, again, completely and utterly real in a way that something in more real than the surroundings around him. And you see him like look around a little bit and then disappear in Grunthos's shadow and move around shadow to shadow without ever really appearing again, at will, disappearing and reappearing around you. Standing in front of Hollock, you see Verdros, again, bright, real, full of untamed energy, fire welling up from his soul. You can see the flames licking over his body, as power pours off of him. And standing directly in front of you, Earth stands there. There is a tree creature behind him with one hand around his neck, drawing Earth's, like, this bright green, like, living energy, drawing it from Earth's body to, like, bind Earth to him. And then pulling back, like you see all of your friends around you kind of looking confused, looking at you. as you hold this object in your hand, and then looking beyond you, like looking straight ahead. Hold on, I gotta load up. There we go. Looking straight ahead of you, you see a translucent female form, with a carnelian gemstone in her chest. This female form is, as your friends were real and Grunthos was extra
So
well defined, this form is as unreal as the surroundings around you. And from your right, her left, around, you see a female form with a fire opal in their chest, and then you see a skeleton, a skeleton knight with its head missing, kind of raising your hand up. This gem's skull face matches perfectly with this creature's head, standing there like straight up, sword in front, armor, but the armor is ratty, the cloak is torn, and it is made of skeletons. Continuing around the circle around you, you see a female figure with a topaz, an amber, a citrine, a diamond, an opal, a pearl. Directly across from the skeleton knight, you see a indistinct form made of black jet, or a black substance with a large crystal jet at his chest, or in their chest. And then just after that, you see an empty space. All of these forms well with power, and in the empty space does as well, but the only things that look real are you, your friends, the skeletal knight, and the black jet person.
All right. Can I bow? What happens when I do that? To most of the gods, especially not towards the jet or the skeletal knight.
There is no real reaction from them.
If I start walking forward very slowly, do my friends follow me, or are they like stationary but follow me, or are they just standing behind me?
Your friends are free to act as they will. They are just there. So you guys all see this scene kind of similarly, but from your own perspective.
Do I see the spot where the Hearthstone I keep would have been?
Yes, there is a gap in this circle of 14 forms, just to your left of the carnelian gem. The female form with the carnelian gem for a heart.
I think he'll take a solitary step towards that gap.
You feel the gem you hold in your hand warm, and everybody else sees Grunthos's, like, unconsciously, Grunthos, you are holding your spear in your left hand. You guys all see Grunthos's spear alight with flame, and the flame start crawling up his arm, but not like lighting him on fire, almost suffusing from him.
Suffusing?
I don't know if that's probably not the right word. Like exuding,
Merge.
like
Or
the
what?
flames are part of him emerging from his form. But it starts at his spear. And as you took that step, Grunthos, everybody else, you see him like the shadows the shadows that exist in him become darker, and the bright parts of him become brighter, and he becomes slightly less real, if that makes sense.
More cartoony, right? Because I think you described more cartoony.
Yeah, a little more cartoony. Cartoony
As
is
the
not
gods.
exactly the right way to think about
Yeah.
it, but turning so it's like turning the saturation up on colors.
That's
Past,
a red dragonborn.
you guys, every one of you looks completely like as saturated as colors get because of like this perfect glowing light. Grunthos, somebody has turned the saturation knob up even higher, and the contrast knob up even higher. So there's more contrast and more saturation in his being as he took a step forward.
Can I take a look at myself?
You have this, like the stone you hold in your hand, you see corruption reaching out from it and entering your veins. And it is everywhere the corruption touches within you, looks a little bit like what Grunthos looks like, but not. It doesn't look just like what he's got going on looks natural in some way that this corruption does not look natural inside of you.
Right.
Can I use the spell magic on Strix, his corruption thing?
You cast a spell magic and the corruption backs off a little bit, but as the spell completes and it like backs off a little bit and then starts growing back into place.
So it didn't help anything.
If it helped any, it was temporary.
Right. As I see Grunthos moving towards his, probably, I'm assuming this place his gem came and becoming more in line with it, I guess. I
Right.
will try and take a solid step away from the Dark Knight.
As you take a solid step away from the Dark Knight and you feel like this tug on the gem pulling you towards it, but you're able to step away, and like the corruption recedes, just you think ever so slightly.
So at the other side of that Dark Knight, like which way I'm walking, is there anything there? Or is this empty field?
So there are 13 forms surrounding you.
Okay, circle.
It is a circle directly opposite of the skeleton knight missing his head is a ungendered form with a jet at its with a jet in its heart.
Great. Where is the if I remember correctly, the winter gods hated the
So they are basically behind you, from your original looking in direction. Diamond, opal, and pearl.
Oh, right. Okay, so I'd like to walk towards them.
So as you walk towards them, there's this kind of repulsion that you feel from like this force that's pushing against the gem that you hold in your hand. And every time you half the distance, the force against the gem like quintuples. It becomes 4 times stronger.
Can I yell out, "Please help!" and if you can neutralize this thing? And I try and hold it out in front of me.
Give me a strength check, please.
Oh, that's a save, but it's the same. So.
Okay. 18. You're able to get within a couple arms lengths of these three gems. Like they're all standing about 6 feet apart from each other. No, maybe a little more than that. Space here is a little surreal. Like the distances between places aren't quite right. But there's like a flaring power coming from these female statues. But it's undirected, unorganized power. It's pushing everything against the stone that you have in your hand, but it's not like attacking it. It's just pushing solidly against it.
Right.
The jet and the jet figure is like looks statuesque, this kind of the same way the other forms are, but is like you can see the face watching you all and has a small smirk on their face. But they're unmoving otherwise from their location. They're not like walking around, but there's a movement there that the other the female forms do not have.
Well, as I'm trying to get closer, can I use my mage hand to try and crawl closer to them? Just in the long game, right? While we're here.
It can lift
I'll
like
just
5
use it-
pounds. Can't carry more than 10
Just
pounds.
uses to help me push me basically towards them.
It's
not much, but
it's not much. It's a little bit. You can move, another couple inches, and yeah, every time you move closer, it's like you have for out of character. It's like you have a
Right.
giant neodymium magnet in your hand, and you are trying to force it towards the wrong side of another giant words are hard.
Got it.
Magnet. Like as you get closer and closer, it gets like there's that you can from
trying
afar,
to pull the negative towards the positive. Yes.
right. It's
Negative towards the negative, you mean?
yes,
Oh,
the negative towards the
sorry.
negative.
Yes.
Point is, it is being repulsed in like every time as you get progressively closer, it's getting incredibly hard to move it any closer than it already is.
Well, I'll keep trying while the rest does what they do.
All right, so Horgold, you find yourself able to vanish and appear at will here. If you think in your own mind, I want to be hiding, then you are hiding from everybody who can see you. And if you think I want to be visible, then you are visible to everything in this area. What are you up to?
Good question. So only 2 of us have the gems, right?
Yes, Grunthos and Strix.
What was the first month of winter again?
First month of winter is Diamond.
And that's here as well, right?
Yep.
I'm moving towards that
Yeah,
area.
you see Striggs like struggling to move in that direction.
I'll go to the diamond and like I don't know how far it is, but
All right, so you're standing next to this translucent female statue.
Walks
Uh,
past me.
Yeah, you walk past Striggs struggling, and there's this sense of cold righteousness, like bleeding off of the statue, but it's not like there's no intelligence there. There's no like direction. It is just this force of, I guess, force of nature. It is cold, like not like February. It's as cold as it can be cold. It's more like first snow of the year. You can tell that in the near future you don't want to get stuck outside without the proper clothing because it will go badly for you, but you're still okay wearing a light jacket today, sort of cold. And like you can touch this statue. If you reach your hand out, you can touch the statue. As you do, if you do, I guess I shouldn't direct your character to do that. I'll actually come back to you in just a second. Hollick.
Yeah.
What are you up to?
What are you up to? Do I recognize this as a dream, or does it feel like a dream for me?
It does not. This is a real place. It does not feel like a dream, and you recognize the form, like the face of Aurora. Her lips are like 6 inches from your left ear, and she's like hovering over you with her like almost like her elbows on your shoulders, not uncomfortably, like just barely touching you, but the words she's whispering into your ear, you don't understand the actual words, but the I guess meaning of it. Actually, join me in the sideboard for a second, please. The meaning of it is something along the lines of, what an interesting place you've found. If you put me in the place of one of these statues, I will grant you every desire your heart could ever want.
Any place.
The kind of get a mental shrug from her. If I had the wellspring of power rising from below these statues, I could be anything. I could exceed the power of my mother and grandmother. I could be a god.
Okay, how many of these statues are there?
There are 11 statues arrayed around in a circle, and then there are 2 forms that do not look statues in the same way. There is the headless skeleton warrior to your right, and the indeterminate jet figure to your left.
So there are 13 places of power?
There are 14 places of power.
Power.
13 of them have statues. Or 13 of them have... People's not quite the right term. Have something in the place.
Okay, the skeletal knight thing, how does it look? Does it looks weak or damaged or confused or?
It is standing there, and it is missing its head, and you see Striggs with an object that looks like it could be the skeletal knight's head in his hand, trying to walk toward the the statues, the diamond, the opal, and the pearl, and struggling with it.
So let me just think a bit. Is if there are 14 places and before the Lich created his god, were there always 14 places, or did he manage to create a place of power for his god?
She thinks very hard, and then you get like a mental shrug from her, and then she goes silent, and we'll go back to the normal chat.
Common.
All right,
Welcome
Vergeros, what are you up to?
Arturos?
Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, just standing there with an expression on my face of what the hell is happening here?
All right. Striggs. Okay, I know what you're up to, Striggs. Earth. What are you up to? You are unaware of this form behind you bound to you. Like there's no no way you can turn to see this form, if that makes sense.
It's always behind him.
It is always behind him, just outside of perception. So you don't know that it's there. Everybody else can see it.
But I can see all the other stuff.
You can see all the other stuff. Yep.
Can we talk with one another?
Yes.
Ah.
Yeah, you can hear everything. You can hear Striggs struggling. You could hear
Begging
Horgold
for the winter gods.
Okay.
You could hear Horgold, like every time Horgold is visible, you can hear him moving around, and every time he is not visible, he is just silent.
I didn't know that. Can I still use a message to Earth or not?
Yes, you may cast message.
Okay.
It's easier than it should be. It's like you formed the thought in your mind of wanting to cast the spell, and the spell is cast.
Okay.
What is the message?
Watch out, there's something behind you, and can I describe what's behind him?
Yes, you can describe what would be Earth. The thing described to you sounds like the creature that stole your name. Like the description matches.
That didn't sound good.
Yes, well, that makes sense. And then I approach the circle of gods, and
Which one are you approaching?
I approach the circle itself to begin with.
Okay.
And look around.
We're in the circle.
There's
in the middle.
nothing like there's no sense of anything beyond them. Like you can't if you try to move past the line that kind of circumscribes their position, you find yourself walking and getting nowhere, but not like you're walking into a wall, but you move forward and you think for certain I've moved forward, and you look to your left and your right, and you find that you are no further than you were the moment before.
Well, at least it's not pushing me into other directions randomly.
Nope. It's not pushing you in any direction, and you can get to as far as the like furthest back, like the heel or the shape, the back of these forms. But you find you can go no further than that.
I will sit in the middle of the circle.
All right. Who else is doing stuff?
Do I have the impression that these statues have thoughts or cognitive things? How do you call it in English?
Do you have any spells that let you
Detect thought.
detect thought or
I have see invisibility. Don't think that can help. No, not really.
Give me an Arcana roll. With a
I think
Well,
that
26. So
works.
you, by the way, add detect thoughts to your known spells, please.
Okay.
Detect thoughts.
Yep.
Okay.
So you form the idea in your head of this spell that you want to cast, and you think about it for a few moments, and you reach kind of mentally inside of this wellspring of fire that you sense inside your own being. And you pluck out of this wellspring the basically the ability to detect the thoughts of others. The statues with the gemstones in them do not have thoughts. The creature is not exactly the right term, but the creature with the jet for the heart has kind of a sly malice, but not like angry at people for existing. More, they love messing with everything. They exist to. They're like some versions of Raven or they are a Trix or Loki. They are there because there is always something that needs to change, and they are there to make sure that change happens in a way that is destructive and mean and bitter and horrible. But they're not like malice. There's no malice there. And
Pure
the
destruction.
the skeletal knight doesn't have any thoughts itself, but like as you concentrate on trying to think of it, your mind swings over to Striggs and the object that he has in his hand, and that thing is absolute pure malice to all life. Like it hates anything that lives, from the smallest virus to the largest whale. It wants to see all life energy extinguished in the flames of, or the heat, or the power of its hatred for things that are alive.
Can it destroy the thing that Strix is holding? Can it destroy the creature that is there to corrupt everything? Or is that something we don't know or cannot?
Basically, what you mean is the jet thing alive? Does it feel alive?
Yeah.
It does not feel alive the same way that everybody else, all like Horgold and Grunthos, Horgold and Vergeros and Striggs and Earth and Hollock feel alive. Grunthos, as he took a step towards the gap, felt a little less alive, or at least, or a little more alive, or a little different alive. You're not 100% sure.
Can we maybe use this opportunity to kill the undead thing? That's a question I asked into the group.
Okay.
I'm trying! I yell as I push the gem, trying to push the gem forward and forward towards the winter god.
Also do a yes, a circle around and count them loud and with 14, and then look at the group and ask, why are there 14 places here? Shouldn't it be 13 for 12 gods and Jet?
There's an empty space.
Yeah, but it's still a place of power. It feels like it's a place of power, does it not?
Yes. There's a
because
visible statue
that-
missing.
Gruntos turns around because that and points at the Death Knight thing is new.
The headless knight, skeletal.
So technically, we can make a new god, and then there will be 14. Doesn't that somehow mess up the balance we had?
Well, I think the new god is maybe the leech or something, trying to become a god. I don't know.
It looks nothing like the Lich. The Lich was a wizard in rags, in the form of a kind of desiccated skeleton. This thing is a full like knight in tarnished armor.
Maybe it's foolish, but I point my finger at the knight thing and shoot an eldritch blast.
You feel the form behind you like pour power into this, like this blast of energy coursing through you is more than you've ever felt before, and the form, like the knight's form, like blasts into a million pieces, and silence falls, and you hear this kind of skittering, rustling sound, and you see like this fine powder dust slowly pouring toward the place where the knight was. And after a minute, you see the bottom of a shoe forming, or bottom of two shoes forming.
It's regenerate.
And I think
And
with
I think
that,
with that,
I'm gonna call it, with you guys standing there staring at this reforming skeleton knight. I'm going to call the end of the session. And so, thank you everybody for listening and watching. I give you guys a week to think about what you're wanting to do here and what you're wanting to try. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you everybody for playing. It has been great having you here. Thanks for being here. Bye.